Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Tattoo Homewreckers, a podcast where we talk about tattoos, life, and everything in between. My name is Callista, and this is
Gaia.
And today, we are going to be asking each other questions from Films to Be Buried With by Brett Goldstein. Now, if you don't know who he is...
He is Roy from Ted Lasso, and I just came across his podcast a couple weeks ago, and I've been listening to episodes. I highly recommend it. But then I thought it was a really cute concept where he just basically brings people on, tells them they're dead, asks them how they died, and then discusses their life through film.
So cute.
And I figured, you know what? I'm never going to be on his podcast. So if I steal his concept for our one podcast, I don't think he'll sue me. But
Brett, we're big fans.
Yeah,
Please
we're
don't.
huge fans. And also maybe that means you'll be exposed to this. You'll think this is a really cute format and then go listen to his podcast because, oh my goodness, it is so much fun.
Yeah.
If you like the chaotic nature of us, just like getting on here talking about random stuff, that is what it feels like. Mm-hmm. It is a beautiful podcast. I've listened to a couple, like Maisie Williams is the one I just listened to. Mm-hmm. You know her as Arya from
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yep. And it's great. It's amazing. I highly recommend it. I'll put the link in the description, like always.
You guys got to check him out.
Yep. Okay. So we will start off with how he starts, which is, Callista, you were dead.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. How did you die?
I would like to think that this is going to sound so dramatic. I got diagnosed with terminal cancer, had 3 months to live, lived the craziest 3 months of my life, like did all the things and all the drugs and hung out with all the people. And then I just didn't tell anybody that I had 3 months left. And then I would just wander out into the, for some reason, I've always had this fantasy of just wandering out into the Grand Canyon and just letting the animals take me. So either probably offing myself in the Grand Canyon and then just letting the animals eat my body.
Beautiful.
Yeah, how about you? You were dead, Gaia. Oh, I'm so sorry to tell you this. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for bringing me to heaven. So I would like to say that I died by falling off the cliffs of Moher.
Right. That is the other fantasy. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. I didn't mean to.
Really cliff
heavy. It was
heavy.
an accident. Yeah, very cliff heavy here. Because it just looks like the edge of the world. Like you're just standing on the edge of Ireland, looking out the Atlantic, and, just as far as you can see, there's nothing but ocean.
It's gorgeous.
And yeah, I would like to think that I was just there like, oh, look how pretty this is. Mm-hmm. And then it just a little bit of the cliff fell off and I was there and there you go. Done. Wasn't scary. Was instantaneous.
Rest in peace.
Yep. So now we are both in heaven.
Okay, great.
And to go along with Brett's theme, every night in heaven is movie night. It's filled with all of your favorite things. So what are some of your favorite things to prepare for movie night?
This is an odd one, but sushi. Like just all you can eat fucking sushi.
Beautiful. It's just your plate just gets replenished constantly. It's not a buffet.
Not a buffet. Fuck buffets. I have beef with buffets. No pun intended. Fuck buffets. So I really hate them.
Basically, heaven for you is Tokyo sushi.
Tokyo sushi.
Just all you can eat sushi.
Sushi in general, really. Just all you can eat sushi. And then, sour candy is a must for movie night, too.
Nice.
Popcorn, of course, and Coke.
Yeah.
What about you?
So my favorite things for movie night, besides, people, because we annoyingly talk through movies.
I love it now. You know how hard it is to revert back? Because, I started out in this friend group as the person who didn't talk during movies. And you know how hard it is watching movies with people and not talking now?
It's me. It's my fault. I can't help it.
It's so much fun. It's way more fun that way.
It's taken years, but now Caboose does the same thing. So, in our house, if you watch a movie with us, I only recommend it for people that want to talk and analyze movies and talk about how beautiful a shot is or how they, did something in the movie.
A good edit.
Yeah.
A good transition gets me every time. Yeah.
We just got done watching The Staircase, and the transitions in The Staircase are gorgeous.
Phenomenal.
And yeah, so I think for me, it is a big comfy couch.
Right.
Obviously, tons of pillows because I have a pillow problem. An unhide blanket, obviously, because it's big and fluffy.
Yes.
And then Caboose's famous snack bowl that he makes for me when I'm high, which is just Doritos, salt and vinegar chips, chocolate,
cute.
like every different possible snack.
Yeah. That is adorable. Cabooses snack bowl.
Yeah,
in
it's
heaven
Cabooses.
for
Yep,
you?
that's my version of heaven. Is Cabooses snack bowl.
That is really freaking sweet.
And then just being surrounded by people that and my version of heaven, every single one of us has a remote to pause. Yes. So we don't have to like
keep saying pause.
Keep saying pause it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So everyone has their version.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, whenever we watch a movie, we call out the word pause for whoever's closest to the thing, so that way we can analyze it and then we can resume.
And talk about the plot and be like, I think this is what they're gonna do.
So well written. Yeah.
Okay. So then, you're in heaven. It is movie night, and you can only bring one film to show everyone else.
Oh my God.
What film are you bringing?
I would bring Creep because
You're a terrible
love
person.
Showing people shitty movies. I fucking love it. It's my favorite fucking thing. Either Creep or VHS. Those were my two go-to movies in high school to show all my friends.
How have I never seen VHS with you?
We gotta watch it. You're gonna hate it. It's so
I don't. At this point, you have changed my. You and Mark have changed my view on like. I say this in air quotes for anyone who's just listening, crappy horror movies.
Right.
Because the two of you, your love of these horror movies has now made me really enjoy them.
Yes. Thank you.
So like movies like The Terrifier that are just arguably just garbage are actually really fun because of the way the two of you light up. Now, Mark and I obviously have like massive opposing views on movies, and you and I used to, but watching them with you is so much more fun. So I'm sure if I like watch movies with him, I'd be like, no, I love all these movies.
Right.
But yeah, like Creep, you're an asshole for
because
that.
it's so awkward. It's so fucking awkward, and people are always like, "What the fuck?" And he sings, and there's that shitty mask that I got. I have it tattooed on me because I love that fucking movie. I love that movie. You guys should watch it. All right, what's the one movie you are going to bring?
Inception.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what's funny?
It has everything.
Unexpected, but good. Like, I know it's your favorite movie, but I feel like every time I hear it, I'm like, what the fuck?
It's so good. It's because it's got romance. It's basically, I'm going to upset a lot of people right now. It is just Titanic in memory, like in dream state. That's it.
I love that.
You have everything. Titanic has like romance, action, there's fight scenes, there's shooting,
there's
like
art.
Yeah, there's art, like you have culture. And I feel like it's the same thing with Inception. You have like obviously the like concept of like going into people's brains, blah, 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 but you have like family dynamics, you have ultimate love. And anyone that knows me knows that I'm a huge romantic. So I have like the railroad spike because when they put their heads on the railroad tracks,
God.
And she just has to trust him that they're not actually gonna die. It's iconic. It's like one of my favorite scenes.
You know what? This conversation has unlocked a hidden memory for me. I have never told you this because I literally just remembered it. I used to study to the Inception soundtrack. I would put it on. It's a great
It's got
soundtrack.
an amazing soundtrack.
Great soundtrack.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And like the fight scene when the like room is spinning in the hallway. Oh my God,
beautiful.
It's so good.
It is a beautiful
so
movie.
good.
You're way nicer than me. I'm like, too bad. You guys are all going to sit down and watch Creep.
Dude,
and you're going to be uncomfortable.
But it's like 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'm like, all right, everyone, settle in.
I'm down for that. I'm down for 2 hours and 40 minutes.
The way that we watch movies, it's like a 5-hour film.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Every episode of, like, trying to get through Nixium together was...
Oh, yeah.
It was like a thing, but for good reason. We love it. We love discussing.
Okay, so... What is the first film you remember seeing?
Oh my God. Okay. I think this is what it's called. It's called Mouse on the Motorcycle. On a Motorcycle.
This is adorable.
And apparently I used to say we need to watch it again and again and again. So this is how I know that like I've always probably had like, I don't know, some kind of anxious like disorder or whatever. But I would like obsessively watch that movie. So the moment it stopped, I would ask them to play it again and again and again and again. And so
holy shit, I could never be your parent.
Yeah.
I would have just shoved you in a room.
Well, basically that's what
I was like, absolutely not. I'm not watching this over and over.
Yeah, Mouse on a Motorcycle. If you guys remember it, please let me know. I know I'm not the only one who has watched this fucking movie. It's great. Actually, so cute. It's kind of stop motion and it's about a mouse. And this is before Stuart Little. He's way cooler than Stuart Little. he gets a tiny toy motorcycle and he like tours around the fucking town and stuff on his little motorcycle. Okay, we should
also watch that.
It looks. I recently Googled the cover. It looks so bad.
Yeah, but then it'll be nostalgic and great.
That's true. What about you? What's the first movie you remember watching?
It goes between I think it's not Five Goes West. I think it's American Tail. No, it's Rescuers Down Under. Oh, sorry for the snap, y'all. Yeah, Rescuers. So to go with the mouse theme, Rescuers. Rescuers Down Under? You've never seen it?
No.
Oh, it's so good.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's an animated film. Before like Disney was like huge.
Mm-hmm.
And it is about this couple that have to travel. That's all I'll say. I won't ruin it. And they're mice. And
they're mice. Okay.
Yeah, they're mice. And it is once again got everything. They love each other. It's a romance. There's action scenes. There's alligators.
Mm-hmm.
There's a crazy scary lady.
Okay. What's the second one then? You said there's two.
Oh,
that, go in between.
Like Five Goes West.
Oh,
like it's on that same like genre of like rescue. It's Rescuers Down Under, American Tail, and Five Goes West.
Yeah.
But I think that it's whatever one of those came out first. Okay. But like those three would just play and repeat. And then watching them as adults, they're quite scary.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to like rewatch those childhood movies and be like, y'all thought this was like age appropriate? It's terrifying.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, there is a scene with like a cat and an owl in Mouse on a Motorcycle that was like terrifying to watch and really sad. Really sad.
Yep.
So yeah.
Well, they're just cartoons just preparing people for tragedies.
1000%.
Okay, what is the film that scared you the most? And do you like getting scared?
Love getting scared. The film that scared me the most, honestly, this is going to sound really silly and cheesy and whatever, but Insidious is the only film that like made me afraid to dream. Like I was terrified to dream after Insidious because the whole premises of the movie is like the little boy like travels, while he's sleeping and dreaming. And I used to do that. And I was like, fuck that shit. Like, oh my fucking God.
Do you remember how old you were when you watched it?
I don't. I just know I was young-ish.
Yeah.
I don't.
I love that.
It's a pretty recent movie. So yeah, Insidious.
I don't think I watched Insidious.
It's scary.
I don't know. There's something about like, it's like the whole Harry Potter thing, like something about like young boys in movies that, I just can't. I just get mad at them. I was like, you suck.
You suck.
Like, I'm like childhood sexist, like a little boy actor. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so the movie. Oh, do you like being scared?
I do love being scared. Yeah. I love being scared. Do you like being scared?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I thought for a long time I didn't. But like as I'm like kind of unpacking stuff that like I was taught about myself, where it's like, I don't like roller coaster, I don't like being scared, stuff like that.
So yeah.
And then I have to remember that I'm like, oh, you watch tons of horror movies or more accurately, like psychological thrillers, but like they're fucking scary, and I loved it. I love that.
Yeah.
And I think the movie that scared me the most, especially as a child, was I watched. I want to say it's the first part of it because I don't rewatch like old horror movies just because. I'm not actually attracted to horror movies.
Right.
Because I find the storyline in most of them is pretty lacking, whereas like psychological thrillers, I'm like, yes, you have like character development and all that kind of shit. But I watched it when I was really, really little, like before we moved to America. I was maybe like 4. And my parents were watching it and I was on the stairs, like peeking through the rails, like watching while they were watching it, and they didn't know I was awake. And I got to see the part with the like little boat going down, and he's in the sewers, and we have those in our neighborhood. Still terrify the fuck out of me. I still like look to be like, there's gonna be a fucking clown down there.
Yeah, that is fair.
To this day, I won't walk near them. We have one that like is right near the dog area in our neighborhood, and I will yell at Bailey if she goes near it.
Yeah,
she physically cannot fall down it, but I'm terrified something's gonna snatch her and bring her down.
Right, the clown, he's gonna come and get.
Because that was all I watched. The moment he said something about they all come down here.
Yeah,
I know I'm pissing a lot of people off.
Down here, Georgie.
I was like, I know I'm butchering it and making people mad. But yeah, that part. And then I like ran upstairs. Mm-hmm. And yeah, ever since then, that was just like one of those core memories. It was like those are dangerous, dude.
You were young too. 4 is nuts young. I actually still haven't seen the first, like the original It. So sorry guys, but like, yeah, no, that's pretty scary.
Well, I think it's hard too because the quality of like cinematography has changed so much that unless you're like, I am not that forgiving to it. So then I watch it and I'm just like,
you know what I still haven't healed from? Speaking of cinematography, The Fly. I still haven't fucking healed from that movie.
The fingernail.
It was so good. Great movie.
The fingernail.
All right, on to the next question.
Okay, what was the last movie that made you cry?
Okay, I know this isn't a movie. It's the only thing I can think of, though. Mm-hmm. It was the most recent episode of The Last of Us, which I don't want to spoil for people, but that shit had me sobbing. I guess movie. I can't remember. I don't know. I can't think of a movie that really made me like cry. That was recent. I mean, obviously, P.S. I Love You gets me every single time. I think the other one was A Star Is Born fucked me up pretty bad too.
I didn't watch A Star Is Born because everyone said that, and I'm just like, and whatever Bradley Cooper, like. Yeah. I don't know, that the little bits I've seen of like clips in that movie, I'm just like, yeah, that's not the Bradley Cooper I like. Oh, hard pass.
Yeah.
So yeah, mine's for sure. Because the last time we cried at a movie together was rewatching P.S. I Love You. We do it like whenever we need a good solid cry.
Yeah.
And
it'll get you going.
Dude, it's great. We will all like sit down. I just go and grab a tea towel. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm not going to do a tissue. And then the whole time, everyone's face is just wet.
It's
the
relentless.
Entire time.
It is
However,
relentless.
We did just watch an episode of Ted Lasso with the funeral. And we had watched something like scary or sad, whatever. And we're like, let's do something happy. Let's put on Ted Lasso. And we watched an episode. And then once again, all three of us were just sobbing through the entire show.
It was, the Russian roulette of Ted Lasso. You don't know what you're going to get. Because normally Ted Lasso, every episode does make me cry. And for the most part, it's happy tears or just like deep things that are being said in the show. But the funeral episode is probably the heaviest hitter. It is so heavy. And it's so beautiful.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's one of those, like, it really encapsulates the human experience.
The whole thing.
So you're crying because you're feeling everything. And it's just so well done that much like P.S. I Love You, you're crying through it and you're like, why am I still, like, my face has just not been dry this whole movie.
Yeah, I'm still crying. Yeah, great movies. Shows.
Okay, so a film that isn't critically acclaimed. So it's not like everyone's like, wow, this is the best movie ever, but you love it.
Fucking Creep, dude. Creep is phenomenal. I just fucking love that fucking movie. And no one talks about it. I love Creep and Creep 2. I like the sequel too. So there you have it.
That's crazy. Why?
I like the awkwardness of it. I like the absurdity of it too. It's so fucking absurd and so.
But did you like Terrifier?
It was cool. Yeah, Terrifier was.
Yeah,
good.
I think that's what's so interesting is because the absurdity. I don't know. I do think Creep is better than Terrifier. Come for me. I know you all love it.
It was fucking hilarious.
But I do think Creep was better, even though it was so.
It's really good. The second one's really good. Yeah. What is a non-critically acclaimed movie that is your favorite as well?
It's hard for me because I feel like a lot of films that I do really love tend to be, like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is one of my favorite films.
And that's great.
But then, that's also people recognize that that's a great film. So it's like hard because I feel like a lot of the films that I really... I don't know, probably P.S. I Love You, because people didn't die over that movie. They weren't like, oh man, this movie's phenomenal.
Oh my God, that movie was so
good. And I loved
it.
Yeah. It was just amazing.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I know, it's kind of hard to think.
Actually, I know exactly what movie. Don't Worry, Darling.
Oh my God, yes.
It was fucking phenomenal.
That movie was great.
Olivia Wilde killed it as a director. It's one of my favorite roles. Well, I mean, Florence Pugh is great in everything.
Yes.
But like everything from the sets, the cinematography, the editing, this like script writing, and like everyone was shitting on Harry Styles, and
oh my gosh, yeah,
he was he was amazing. He was great for that role.
I was part of that crew too, because I had seen a clip on Twitter with Harry Styles acting and Florence and them both interacting. And I just think it was a bad, it was honestly just a bad 30-second clip. Because I was also like, yeah, Harry Styles can't act. And then I went and watched a movie and I was like, no, actually, that was really good. Yeah. He did a great job. He did a really good job.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I can't believe people shit on it. I mean, obviously, there's all that drama behind the scenes, but it was a really fucking good movie if you guys haven't seen it yet. So.
Okay. So.
Oh, God.
This one hurts me. It's very embarrassing. A film that you used to love that you recently rewatched and realized was actually fucking horrendous.
What did I rewatch recently that was actually really fucking bad? God, you know what? I want you to answer this one first because I need time to think.
Okay, so this is embarrassing. I have been hyping up. Oh my God, I'm genuinely embarrassed to say this. Mm-hmm. The movie's called Wrong Turn. And I think in my brain, because like a lot of those movies came out at the same time where it was like I always want to say Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's not that, but like where it was like the people out in the woods that like you'd have this young group, very cabin in the woods like feel. Mm-hmm. Another amazing movie.
Right.
But Wrong Turn, I'd been hyping it up and I was like, dude, yeah. And it's really only the first 15 minutes, the premise where it's like, hey, they're driving through the woods.
Right.
And then their vehicle, like they run over shit that like gives them all 4 flat tires and they get stuck there and they have to go for help. And that part's like building up and you're like, okay. The acting's not particularly good, but it's one of the girls from Bring It On who I had a huge crush on when I was younger. Is in it. So I think she's a huge part of why I love that movie. And then in my memory, I just merged a bunch of those like crazy, like wackadoodle killers in the woods, like the Rob Zombie movies, like those kind of movies. And I just made a beautiful amalgamation in my brain of like, this is a great movie. And Caboose and I went on a road trip and we were driving up the Oregon coast and the woods looked very similar to that, where I was like, dude, we're going to die. Like there's going to be a like house off over there with a bunch of crazy people living in it and they're gonna fucking murder us, and I know it, and I could not remember the name of that movie for the longest time. And I would talk to my clients, I'm like, what is this movie? And then one of my clients said Wrong Turn. We all 3 watched it and I was so embarrassed that I had talked this movie up. And I was like, and at the end of it, because like I'm pretty good that when I recommend a movie to all of us, it tends to be a good movie.
Yeah.
Unlike some people.
Yep.
Callista. Even Caboose. I forgot that fucking Marky Mark movie
Guilty
that he loves.
Charged. Guilty
that he
as
loves
charged.
to just like get people with. The one with the like wood or the wind. The whole fucking movie is just rustling leaves with Marky Mark in it. Someone is also yelling at their radio right now being like, it's this movie.
Yeah,
The Happening. That's
there we
what
go.
It is.
Yeah, The
Caboose
Happening.
Loves to punk people with The Happening.
Yeah.
And really I feel like I punked all 3 of us with Wrong Turn.
Yeah, you got all of us.
Not yourself. A good movie. Yes.
It was one of those where I'm like, you know what? That's okay. It is what it is. It happens. We just have it just happens. Your brain made that movie out to be amazing.
It did.
Mine is kind of silly because again, it's a newer movie as well. World War Z. Actually, when that movie came out, I was like, yeah, it's really, really good. I watched that movie again and I was like, oh my God, the acting and the script is so bad. The dialogue is horrible.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck. And I started the audiobook a couple months ago. I still haven't gotten through the first chapter, unfortunately. But I'm really excited to listen to the audiobook because World War Z was really good when it first came out. But yeah, revisiting it, I'm like, this is so fucking bad.
It was one that, because I had, and I hate to be those people that are like, the book's better. But genuinely, the movie was nothing to do with the book.
Yeah.
So it was devastating because the book for zombie book, phenomenal, iconic. They should have never tried to make it a movie. It should have been a TV show. And it would have, if they got the rights to it now, it would be phenomenal.
Right.
But then whoever made it failed on every single
It was so
facet.
fucking bad.
It was terrible.
It was really fucking bad.
Fucking garbage. But the book is amazing. The book genuinely is amazing.
Already it's amazing. Again, I haven't even gotten through the first chapter, but already it seems so like good. And like you said, I feel like if they had made it a TV show, I would love to see the writers of Chernobyl do World War Z. Because I feel like they do a great job.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is a film that means the most to you? Not because it's like the best film ever, but just because like it has huge sentimental value for you.
Any of the Indiana Jones movies, except for the Crystal Skull and Up.
Like the new ones?
The new ones.
I like saw little snippets.
Those were movies
that I was like, I'm just going to sleep through. They're terrible.
Yeah, Crystal Skull was like, it was okay, but like the actual like OG, like Temple of Doom.
They're amazing.
God, those movies, because those were the movies that like me and my little brother Jude and my dad watched together. And so it has a lot of sentimental value. And I really want to fucking dress up as Indiana Jones for Halloween because like, goddamn, like
Can I be Short-Round?
Absolutely you can. Let's reverse the roles here.
Let's reverse the roles. We'll make Caboose, whatever her name is. The chick.
He'll be the woman.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go.
I fucking love Indiana Jones.
That's amazing. I love that.
Mm-hmm. And yourself?
I would say the Mr. Bean movies.
Oh.
Yeah. Same thing. Like I watched Mr. Bean and like Wallace and Gromit with my dad growing up. And so I absolutely love Mr. Bean. And like we watched the show mostly, but I did watch the movie with him. And it was just one of those, like, I'm aware it's not particularly good. It's much like the Spice Girl movie. I love that for the memories that it brings up.
Right.
But I'm also fully aware that it was basically a home-dumb
There was
movie.
a scene in one of the Mr. Bean movies that was genuinely terrifying. Do you remember the one where, like, he gets picked up by the bus driver or something like that? Mm-hmm. That scene fucking scared me as a kid. That scene fucked me up. I don't know why, but it really did fuck me up. It was so scary.
I love that.
God.
Okay, so, objectively, best film ever made. You don't have to like it, but it's, like, just one of the best films ever made.
Objectively, gosh, Shawshank Redemption. Honestly, I love that movie. Yeah, that movie was fucking phenomenal. I had told my boss that I had never watched it, and he sent me home with an iPad that had Hulu on it and said, you need to watch it tonight or you're fired tomorrow.
That's a good boss.
And I thought it was really fucking funny, but I was also like, oh, fuck, you might be serious. So I watched it, and I was like, no, but you were right. Like, Shawshank Redemption was a fucking phenomenal movie.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. What about you?
I will stick with that same like time frame-ish and go with Forrest Gump.
Great movie. Yeah.
It's amazing. And also if you don't cry at the end of that, and it's so silly, you're literally crying at a feather just flying away. And you're like, done. I'm sobbing. This is such a beautiful movie.
Yeah, gosh. Yeah. There's something about like those movies that were made in that time frame that like hit different. Like, I don't know what was in the water, but y'all crushed it. So,
okay. So, what would you say the sexiest film ever made was? For you, like, what's the sexiest film?
My bisexual awakening was this is so embarrassing. The newer like Van Helsing movie. Because, that Dracula had 3 wives, right? Yeah. And there was multiple sex scenes and, like, orgies with fucking Dracula, but, like, his wives, bro. And him, and the way that him and his wives interacted, I was just like, oh, my God, like, that's hot. Like.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing. How about you?
I wanted to do like a silly thing like Beetlejuice.
Oh, my God.
For anyone who listened to that episode. I think overall sexiest movie, honestly, probably Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the musical. Like,
great movie.
Yeah. Just, I don't know.
Hot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. Okay. So, what was your favorite wank movie?
That was Van Helsing.
Van Helsing. Yeah. Everyone's out of the house.
Same.
And you're like, all right, Van Helsing.
Same
what's
thing.
Up?
I don't know. My bisexual awakening, like all of them did something to me.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, they altered my brain chemistry and turned me gay. Anyways.
I really think Xena, Warrior Princess, did that to a lot of my generation.
Yeah.
Lucy Lawless, like the amount of...
Is that your wank movie?
No.
Oh,
but
okay.
that's what, like, she was that, like,
she was
awakening.
The big awakening
for so many. But I think my, like, earliest that I can remember of, like, my earliest gay awakening movie was Red Sonja. And she's a character from, oh no. It just went blank.
That's okay.
From the Conan the Barbarian series,
yes.
Red Sonja, and it's like Bridget. I don't remember her last name.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she's just gorgeous. She's a strong, beautiful woman.
Why'd you do
giant.
This? She got big.
No, she got big arms. And big shoulders.
Got big arms. Okay. I'm like, she got big.
No, she's just a very strong. I think the actual actress did like bodybuilding.
Fuck
she was just a strong woman.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And it was like such an awakening as a child when I was like, I don't know if I want to be with that or if I want to be that. And of course now I'm like, I want both. I want to be with that and be that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so embarrassingly enough, my wank movie was Double Jeopardy. I think it's Double Jeopardy. But there's like a boat scene and they have sex on a boat scene before he like fakes his own death. And if I'm spoiling it for you, it's been a long ass time.
That movie's been out for a minute. Come on.
It's been out since the 90s.
Relax.
Calm yourselves.
Right. That's funny. So, wait, hold on. It was on a boat that they had sex?
Yeah.
Like
he had a boat. I'm gonna laugh if I'm remembering the title wrong.
Right. He had a boat.
I don't remember.
Was it outside or inside?
It was inside.
Inside the boat. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why these details are important.
But it was Ashley Judd, and she's stunning. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, dude. And it was another one of those, like, it was just shot super well, and it was just, like, beautifully done. I'm sure it's awkward for them because sex scenes are super weird. Like, I wouldn't want to film one. Mm-hmm. But, like, yeah, that was it. As, like, a fucking young teenager, I was like, that's my movie. Everyone's out of the house. Just that scene. What's up? Which is also really funny to admit, because think about the amount of people that are like, oh, no, is that what my kid's doing? Like, if they can't access porn, they just have scenes in movies.
Yeah, you can go ahead and access it whenever you want.
Okay. Worst film ever.
Fucking Barbarian. Fuck that movie. You guys, I swear to God, everyone was like, Barbarian's so good, Barbarian's so... You guys really fucked me up with that movie.
I love how much why do you hate it so much?
It was like I love me a bad movie. I love me cheesy movies. I love me that. It was just, it like rode the line of absurd too hard. And also the ending was bullshit. And it was so fucking dumb. The ending was so stupid.
I mean, I'll give you that. It gave me Army of Darkness like vibes at the end, like that the mommy milker.
Yeah,
like,
you can ride the line of absurdity and still have like a solid movie. But if it's just like if it's relentlessly just fucking crazy and stupid, then like I'm not into it anymore. I really am not. Like, and it was just some moments were too corny, too cheesy. Like the moment where like they're in with that homeless guy, and he's all like, "Well, she's never been here before," and then she bursts through the fucking concrete wall. I was like, "You guys are joking."
I love that you like. To me, Creep is arguably just as cheesy,
right?
You literally see him drop down.
It's so funny.
And that's the thing is, in that one, you think it's hilarious. And I'm like, what
I think it's because of, what's his name, Justin Long?
Yeah.
It's because of that motherfucker. You know what, Justin?
Dude.
I have nothing against you, but your face makes me want to fucking punch the TV.
Yeah, I won't forgive him after Tusk.
I won't either.
I'm so mad because I knew him as a comedic actor. And then I was like, oh, Tusk, like a man becomes a walrus.
And he's a great actor, though, too. Here's the thing.
Then it never got funny.
He's a great actor because his character in Barbarian, he makes you hate him. He's really good. He's a great actor. But I swear to God, as soon as he popped on the screen, I'm like, that's why this movie's fucking stupid. Fucking Justin. God damn it.
That's hilarious.
What's the worst movie that's been made for you?
I still have yet to forgive you for The Witch.
Oh, yeah, she hates The Witch. We love it. Me and Mark, we love The Witch. I love The Witch. Mark loves The Witch.
But it's so boring.
Yeah, she just did not have a good time.
It's so boring. If you took The Crucible and then took and made it and The Crucible, arguably, not super interesting, and you just made it more boring. Like you said, hey, I'm going to take the Crucible and then I'm going to make it church appropriate. Like that was it. I was so bored.
The Witch feels like a lullaby. It is like
the world's shittiest, most boring. Nothing happens. And to go along with all the other bullshit ass A24 endings, because for some reason, like A24 loves to spotlight movies that all end the same fucking way, which is here's some stupid witch ritual where people are half naked out in the woods. Cool, we've watched the same fucking ending, whether it's one people or like four people. You're like, oh, Hereditary.
I can give you that.
Like all of them. I'm like, dude, give me a different fucking ending.
Yeah.
What was it, Maud or whatever the fuck that movie was?
Men. There was Men.
Not Men.
There was Maud. Something. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Only that's one woman doing a fucking
that movie
witchy.
Was too long. That movie was way too long. Saint Maud is what it's called?
Yeah, Saint Maud. Yeah,
Saint Maud.
Like, so for me, most A24 horror films, I'll fucking pass. They're so boring. Or they are like that where I'm just like, dude, they just get so absurd, which is what I think is so funny, is that line is so fine for you.
It's so tiny
to walk. Like, you're just walking a razor's edge.
No, literally, very fine, and Barbarian just happened to cross it. But Creep didn't. Neither did the second one, so. I'm Creep's biggest sponsor. I'm like trying to plug people to watch Creep 1 and 2.
That's amazing. Okay, so what is your feel-good movie?
It used to be Midsommar, and now it's Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
I've been like crazy watching. Shaun of the Dead is like just I don't know, it's good. I
even got you the shirt because you just keep watching it.
I can't stop fucking watching it. It's just my go-to. Like, I just need something on in the background, but like I also just need something to make me laugh. And Gaia got me the best present ever, which was the I Got Wood shirt. It is so funny.
The great part is she says she wants something in the background. And within 30 seconds, she is much like you would see like the old like pictures of little kids like 2 feet away from the screen.
Yeah.
And we have like, I don't know, like 60-inch screen. And it's just her like right there. She'll just walk by the TV and just stand there and watch it. It's fucking hilarious.
Fucking love that movie.
Okay.
What's your feel-good movie?
My feel-good movie. Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. You don't.
I mostly, yeah.
You're not a repeat offender, huh?
No, I go through like periods. So what I tend to do is I'll find like an actor. I used to do this when I was a kid too.
Yeah.
And I'll find an actor and then I'll watch everything they've ever been in.
Who's been the actor then that you focused on recently?
Jennifer Lawrence and Florence Pugh. It's going between the two of them. So I'm crushing every film, and then like, and the more like obscure like the film or the show, like Florence Pugh has a show called Nope, I lost it.
It's on Netflix.
She's a spy in it, and it's really good.
Yeah.
I think it's technically on Discovery Plus because I just bought a subscription
to watch
so I can watch it. Yeah, she's a spy, and it's just really good. And so I'll find like an actor and then just go that route.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really answer your question, but that's my like feel good stuff. So then I'm just like, well, everything this person's ever made. And it gets like really obscure where it can be like a background character in something. And then I will just go through and be like, I need to watch every single thing.
Comfort actors.
Yeah, it's my comfort actor. That I'm like, I need your voice. Let me see. We only have a couple more left, but they're kind of messed up. Okay, what's the funniest film you've ever seen?
The funniest film?
That you like almost pissed yourself laughing on.
Fuck. I need time to think. Time to think. Do you have a funniest film?
Okay. So this is fun. I used to hate. I grew up in a generation where Grandma's Boy was like huge. Like every dude loved Grandma's Boy, and I fucking hate it. Same as like Pineapple Express. Any of those weed movies, fucking hated them. I also just don't think I had a particularly like, I don't know, maybe a good sense of humor or maybe like an Americanized sense of humor, because English humor's always made sense to me. Yeah. But like Anchorman, all of those type of movies didn't get. And then when I started like taking edibles, dude, Pineapple Express, hilarious, fucking hilarious. Grandma's Boy, fucking hilarious. Love Anchorman, love anything like in that kind of realm.
Yeah.
But I think my probably number one is Step Brothers.
I was gonna say the same
I don't
thing.
know why.
I just realized, yeah, it is Step Brothers.
Every single time I watch it, like I've never fucking seen it.
Yeah.
And the scenes get me like I've never fucking seen them before. So like just John C. Reilly poking his head out in that tuxedo during that interview, sobbing.
So funny.
When he fucking whacks him with the like shovel when he's down in the hole and he's like, shh, you're gonna wake the neighbors. I am sobbing. And it's not even the scenes that like most people are like, oh yeah, like, you know, the like, did you wipe your nuts on my fucking...
Did you touch my drum set?
Yeah, those scenes don't even get me as much as those like random where I'm like him burying him.
The singing too is so fucking funny. Yeah,
when he's screaming
Brothers.
Rape. It's the funny, like, I am dying every single time, and I love that they have clips, and I'm sure they did it because of the fact that, like, they couldn't scrap as much shit as they wanted. But it, like, my favorite thing is to watch the background actors, and they're trying so hard to not laugh, or they are laughing, and, like, their makeout scene in it.
Boats and hoes. Dude,
my God.
like, every time we watch that movie, there's just something, you're right, it keeps its novelty.
Yeah.
I don't
know what it does every single time.
Step Brothers, yeah, same answer.
Yeah.
Step Brothers. God, it's fucking funny.
Okay, well, that brings us to, like, the end of our movie. Okay, so, not creep.
Right.
If you were to tell our wrecking balls to go out and watch a movie, and it can't be Creep or Creep 2.
Okay, fine. She had to specific.
Yeah.
No repeats.
What movie do you want everyone to go?
Oh, can I say two? Can I do two movies?
You can say fucking 17. I don't give a shit.
Nope, by Jordan Peele. Phenomenal movie. Love that movie. I've been watching that too. That's been like my other. Yeah.
I can't get over the alien. I loved it until I saw whatever looks like a bed sheet in the sky.
Yeah, the more I watch it, the more I like it.
Oh, it might. Yeah. You do like those.
It does it looks like a Pokemon. It does look like a giant Pokemon in the sky.
I don't think to me it looks like a sheet.
Yeah, Pokemon. Some Pokemon look like sheets. So nope. I love that fucking movie. I want to start doing fan art for it actually. And then Everything Everywhere All at Once is the other movie.
Did you ever finish watching that?
No, but I am going to.
Yeah, we watched it, and of course it was really long, and we had to go to bed because we had work.
Because we're adults.
And then because we're adults.
No, yeah.
And we didn't get to finish it. That movie is iconic.
Technically, okay, so from just like absorbing everything through TikTok, have pretty much I know the ending, but like I definitely want to actually finish it. I know I sound like a fake fan right now, but you guys should watch that movie. It's amazing. The cast is amazing. The writing is amazing. It's weird. It's funny. It's beautiful. It's sad. It's like everything that you could have possibly wanted. So,
oh, you know what I didn't ask you? What's your favorite genre of films?
Anything scary-ish, scary-esque. Anything to have anything to do with like, oh, you're gonna scare me psychologically, emotionally, whatever. Like, I just like anything that's scary. So, it's really broad, very broad. How about you?
Okay, it would probably be Stardust.
Wait, genre?
Oh no, like for my movie
sorry,
that I would be like, hey, go watch this movie.
Stardust.
It is Claire Danes, Michelle Pfeiffer, and I highly recommend it. And
Stardust.
It is just it's another one that I have a tattoo for. I have the Babylon candle, also known in the movie as the bubbling candle. I have that tattooed on me, and it's a very underrated film, and most people have never heard of it, and it's, I would say, suitable for kids. Also, Robert De Niro's in there, and his character is amazing, and that's all I'll say. I won't ruin it, but I would highly recommend that.
Yeah.
My favorite genre is psychological thrillers, definitely. Like, that's my favorite, and that's where like I had a hard time because like that used to be considered like different from horror, and now like
it's very coagulated.
Like,
like
at
everything
this
is
point,
everything is very close to one another now. At this point,
whereas like the gory shit doesn't so much get me.
Yeah,
but like fuck, dude, I love like Panic Room. I love Purge.
Yeah. What is that one that we saw, like The Hunt or something like that?
Yeah.
That one's a great fucking movie too.
Well, it's like The Menu, The Hunt.
Yeah.
There is Ready or Not. Like a lot of those like you know, are you gonna get me type of films I really like.
Mm-hmm.
And then like way back when there used to be tons of movies on like on serial killers, so along the premise of like Silence of the Lambs and stuff.
Yeah.
And like I loved all of those movies. So
Mm-hmm.
like psychological thrillers are definitely where I'm at.
Yeah. I mean, they're great. They're phenomenal. They're just fun.
Yeah.
They're so fun.
I love that.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
so yeah, we would also like to know what your number one movie is. I'm so sorry you died, but Heaven sounds pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
You've got all you can eat sushi.
Yeah.
I've got a snack bowl.
You've got snack bowls.
Yep.
Wrecking Balls, tell us what heaven looks like to you. Tell us how
Yes.
you died. Tell us what movies. Like, answer the questions. Pick a question and answer it. Whatever one really speaks to you. Leave the rest. But yeah, hit us up.
Or tell us your favorite wank movie when you were a kid.
Oh, God. Hopefully it's not Van Helsing.
What? I mean, I'm not going to judge you. What was the vampire movie with the chick that would go? You know, the Kate, not Beckinsale. Yeah.
Which one?
She's just wearing like leather. Yeah.
Oh, whatever that one is.
Yeah. It's another one of those great movies that like every single person
someone
was
is
like
screaming at their
she's
fucking
hot. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry guys. Oh, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you so much. We'll see you back next week. Bye.
Bye.